Tell me your name now. You might find we both just the same. Oh, brother, what did our big brother say? Follow the golden road. Love the way you know you want to. That's when you'll find someone you don't expect. That's when you'll find someone you don't expect. Loving you. Another brother. This next song is an original song as well. I got all original music for you today, guys, so hope it really does something to move your spirit. This is called One of a Kind. We all been created by God for a special purpose. We all have a road that, we don't even have to walk it and even do it on our own. He'll take us right along with us. So I was praying one day, and I guess this song has two parts to it. The first part is me speaking to God and saying, hey, God says to me to encourage me down that road. It's called One of a Kind. I know that we're gonna make it through, 'cause it's already finished. Now the only thing I've got to do is be still while I'm in it. I must be strong, keep moving on, 'cause this is not where I belong. So I'll be true and follow you all the way home. Come along and run this race with me. You just have to begin it. Before too long, I know you're gonna see everyone can win it. And if you fall, I'm gonna be right there. You'll never be alone. So stand up tall and let your heart lead you all the way home. Time to let it go.
Here we got Adrian Slab. I don't know if Sharice plans on taking the stage.
You have been
Is Sharice still playing?
set free.
Okay. I think Randy done forgot.
You're
He's trying to tell
free.
me this. We're going to have Adrian close out the show. We're still forgetting one. You had a whole someone else was a whole something today. Well, it kind of worked out that I'll be Pablo engaged down there.
There's a place that's been prepared for you.
I didn't really want him here anyway. The way
Can't you see it?
put the cough syrup in the pot together. Quit it. If you
Look
can't
right
cough
there.
right,
It's right in
I'm
front of you. You just have to
slurring it all over stage.
believe it. Oh, can you see?
Fantastic. It is
You were
fantastic. I'm not really a fan
for
of
this
this, but
moment
at least he got up there.
in time.
At least he showed up and he backed up his word.
So stand and be.
I know you're going to be going up there with the flute too.
Because you're
Oh, I
one of
said
a
it.
kind.
You said it too. I didn't forget. There you go.
You're one of a kind, yes.
up all night. Wondering why everybody else isn't awake. You start drinking at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's why.
Thank you.
Good job, bro.
I'll do one more.
Yeah.
Do one more.
Do one more and then we'll get Penny up.
Which,
Yep.
Thank You For You, that one? Oh, yeah, okay. This song is called Thank You For You. I wrote this song one day when I came home from work, having one of the worst days in my life. I mean, my house was in foreclosure. We owed $21,000.
That's why my hands are here. I'm watching it go.
But we did save the house, by the way, so we still have it. But I came in the house one day. I was just so depressed. And my daughters at the time, my two oldest, like 29, 26 right now, they're like 5 and 3.
For years, I never
And
wore shoes.
they met me at the door, and they were just so happy to see me. They
grass,
hugged me. It was like I forgot about everything that was going on. And that night, I went out to the garage, and I just started praying and crying about my own personal situation. God, help me with this, help me with that. And it was almost like I heard this voice from heaven that said, Steve, stop. Don't you know that I know what you need? And I'm going to supply those needs for you, just like you supply the needs for your kids, and they don't worry about it. But what I want is some of that kind of love they gave you when you came in the door. That I'm your daddy. Just thank me, just because it's me, you know. So this song came out of that spirit. It's called Thank You For You.
Yeah, the 3.5 by 2.5 foot sunroof. It's a mirror top. It's tinted so where nobody can see down in. Yeah.
I will sing your praise each and every
Still got the same bubble
day.
top and flat bands. It'll fit yours perfectly.
You are the reason I
Windows on the
breathe.
side. Those can stay closed while you're driving down the road.
It's
Just have that
only
one far
by
back above your
your
neck.
grace
That'd be perfect. So
that I
right
live
above your neck.
in this place.
Set up on the mirror above your bed.
Provider of all.
That's why I said that mirror I'm not going to ask.
So I want to thank you
What's up?
for the sun and
Still
the
gotta put
moon
Penny up.
and the rain and the stars. Thank you Hey, lady. Steve done told you. Come on, sing.
I ain't saying that.
Long. As Randy said, I've been all over the country. I've helped authorities several times recover sex trafficked kids, runaways that don't know what they're getting into, where they've been. The ending is what you're going to want to hear.
All right.
There was a congressional candidate running in Virginia.
Uh-oh.
And this man was very open about his minor attraction to kids. So, everybody has known of a small kid, a family with a small kid, 9, 10, 11 years old. And a long time ago, I got into this kind of solo, rogue thing about taking on, trying to help to recover sex trafficked kids. And when I did this, I had no idea what I was in for. So I managed to come across some things that didn't register real well with me, and I kept digging and digging and digging. And I got into what was a pedophile safe haven site. I guess I'll start out with saying there's 330-some million people in America, and there were 70 million on the. Okay, so that puts us down to, that's 1/4 of the people in America. 258 million are adults. That 69 million members was in a pedophile site. And I infiltrated it as a little girl. Now, of course, y'all know it was a pedophile site, right? I had all kinds of guys doing things, sending things in the inbox. And first sick story I can tell you is there was a man that was willing to come from New York to take me back to New York with him to go to a hotel so 4 of his buddies on this site. I was just curious. My brother's friend turned me on to it. Well then, I was being groomed by many of them. One of them I found happened to be the creator of the site. He was the man who came up with this. He was the man that was running for the congressional seat in Virginia. 7 weeks after I turned over my information, they caught him going from California to facing life in prison, and I'm extremely proud of that. I'm very proud of that. If any of you happen to know who it was, I'm not afraid. I don't worry about it. I don't even care. It was Nathan Larson.
Don't know him.
Hold on.
I said I don't know him.
Oh. Well, it was Nathan Larson in Virginia. He is now facing life in prison. From that site, they have gotten multiple victims here in America. They have gotten multiple victims in other countries. And they have also found multiple pedophiles. Me, myself, personally, I gotta tell you, it's really, really hard when you do that type of stuff. You don't have the stomach for it. You don't want to do it. You sit and you cry. You tear up at what's happening. I'm sorry to get choked up, but you cry and you think about what's happening to our kids. At the same time I was doing that, I was involved in an investigation in Texas where I had called a friend in Texas and said, listen, I need somebody to contact. This person helped me contact the right people. And that very night that I was talking to the people to turn my information over about what I had found in this pedophile site, they caught a woman and her boyfriend selling her 3-year-old girl to 6 men for one night. I'm very proud of that too. They got that girl. They got her out of that mess. They got 4 of the men. They got the mother and the boyfriend. I'm not alone. And our kids aren't either. There is multiple people throughout this country that I go to, that I turn to, that I say, listen, I need some help. And I'm not talking about anybody in any big area. I'm talking about regular, everyday, common American citizens. 39 states, different states, right now, and tell the people all over that do this. I'm not the only one who helped get Nathan Larson. Somebody sent me a link, and it was this young girl that's video. I followed the video. Then I followed another link that another girlfriend sent me. It pulled into all of it actually added in together. There's not that many people here right now. But everywhere you go, if you stop and you think about those numbers that I just gave you, 70 million, 69 million members on a pedophile safe haven site grooming kids and talking about their sick fantasies and what they're going to do with kids, telling what they've done to kids. 69 million members. 330 million of them are adults. So that means everywhere you go, when you look at 1 of 3 people, there's going to be a pedophile somewhere. If you think of it that way. When you look at the things that are going on at the border, trafficking, I'm just going to tell you, you can't ever exclude your teachers. You can't exclude your doctors. You can't exclude children's services. You can't exclude cops. You can't exclude our candidates. Anyone from being a possibility of being kids. There was a case I had that was in Georgia. She had come from Georgia from her grandmother's. She come up here to live with her dad in Ohio. She ran off from her dad's. Now her dad, she colored her hair. She was 13 years old. She was talking to a 16-year-old girl in Alabama. So I got on the phone, got this number from this number that her dad had on the phone. Found out that that 16-year-old was recruiting for a man and a woman that was selling kids. That's where she ran away to. Alabama did a good job. I haven't done a whole lot, but it assisted. Let me say that, assisted, because it hasn't been all me. And I've gotten 13 traffickers off the street. There's so many more. Right here in my hand now, I can show you all. I just showed Jonathan. I'm a busy person. I've got a list compiled of 65 pedophile sites. And connected to those 65 pedophile sites is probably hundreds more. The same man that's facing life in prison, they not only shut down that pedophile site, but they found out that he had 27 others. Our kids have no idea what's out there, but we do. They were entrusted to us by God. That's not just our responsibility, that's a privilege, that's an honor to protect them. And it's not that difficult. You can go to Target any day of the week, I have a little girl, and it's got 2 naked people on it, little stick figures, that's got breasts and genitalia. He was talking about people all over the country, in their own backyards, people in different states. And yes, I do work with people in different states. I've worked with authorities in different states. I don't really care what kind of sacrifice comes with that if I can get one kid out of their clutches. Joey mentioned how Oregon is so horrific with the violence. And the West Coast, California and whatnot. I'm here to tell you it's in every state. It's in every city. And I guarantee you, put things on and find your local law enforcement, you would find a pedophile within 3 miles of your home or your sister's. You would probably find that there is about 15 of them. I live in a city, a very small city, that is about 2 miles wide and about 1.5 miles, 2 miles long. There are 43 in my town. You can't take that back when that's been done to your kids. Nothing has been stolen. When their innocence is stolen, they can't recover from that. They no longer get to be a child anymore. And I really want people to open their eyes to the fact that you can make a big difference. I don't care who you piss off. I don't care who you make mad. I don't care who have nobody else but us. If they haven't got us, they haven't got anything. Like I said, I wasn't going to make it long. That was 2 years ago. I can't get over it. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I can't get over the fact that 1/4 of our country's population was on that site as members, and 1/3 of our country's population of adults was on that site. So let's say that was 2 years ago. Where are they now? They're adults. What about the ones who, make your little kids or your friends' kids or your nieces and nephews, grandkids, whatever, make them curious? Well, let me tell you another little tidbit about this social media pedophile safe haven site that I was on. Does everybody know what anime is? Kid friendly. Looks like something great. Looks like something fun. Looks like a cartoon character. And these 6 sons of bitches was in my inbox. I had 37 men in my inbox within 9 minutes of being on that site as a 9-year-old girl. That was just me. That's not the rest of the kids. It might have been. And as I said, 27 more pedophile sites. And I've got 65 in my hand. I tell you that you can stop everything, but I can tell you that you can protect multiple children with just one action. My one action was, and I'm not, God, my mom's going to hate me for this, but my one action was, a girlfriend of mine told me to try phone sex to make extra money. My first week being a phone sex operator, I got 3 pedophiles caught. These men that called those lines, there were people that called the line and talked about divorces and talked about their marriages, and they didn't all want phone sex. But the people that called and talked about kids, when you hear a kid in the background, you call a state trooper and you go against protocol of that business and that company, and you take their personal phone number and you tell them that we can take this offline. That's how you get caught. I'm not asking all y'all to become phone sex operators. I'm not. I'm just telling you. I didn't plan it. But helping with a runaway kid that doesn't know that they're walking right into the clutches of a recruiter and somebody that is going to ultimately do them damage, real damage, because daddy told them they couldn't have spaghetti for dinner. It's not acceptable. I appreciate y'all's time. And please understand that when you know somebody, or you know something, or you think you know something, I'm not a firm believer of you nip-nosing. When it comes to kids, I don't care how much.
Couple of comments here.
Hello, everybody. It's been a beautiful day.